Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, hey Team Canada fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, Clay's Canadian Commentary Live, presented to you by Vanity Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo, Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks and Canada take, all in one take. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday night, February the 11th. And if you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hope you're doing well. I'm in a good mood. I hope you are in a good mood. Finally, after 12 years, 2014 was last time we've seen Olympic best on best hockey. Obviously, we had the Four Nations face-off last year, and that was a nice taste between the Four Nations, of course. That's why it's called the Four Nations face-off. Canada, U.S., Sweden. I combined those two Scandinavian countries there. Sweden and Finland. Canada, U.S., but now we get Czechia, we get Slovakia, we get some other countries, and we are going to talk about it all right now. So moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, know how much I never, ever take you for granted, especially when you are saying stuff like this. The FCC, the fresh cut Clay. Nice shave at Canuck Clay. Look at that good-looking guy with a fresh cut. I haven't watched in a little bit. Welcome back, Tyler. Nice haircut. Awesome. Yeah, I actually only went number 2 tonight instead of number 1 because I didn't need to go too short. So this is number 2. And actually, I think it's good. Of course, if I go number 1, it probably buys me an extra week. So I'll probably have to cut my hair again in 2 weeks. But I have a big teachers conference tomorrow that I'm running tech for. So that's why I'm not doing a show tomorrow night. I'll remind you about that in my mid-show sponsor read. Yeah, and Gail and I got to be downtown at 7 a.m. So I will likely wrap up earlier than midnight tonight, or somewhere between 11:45 and midnight. I like to land there anyways because Gail and I got to be out the door by 6:15, 6:20 tomorrow morning. All right. I started to talk about moderators, do what you need to do. Yeah, members. And then somehow I cut that short. I don't know why. But here's how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that Canada finally plays tomorrow morning. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. So a couple of things. We had a good show Sunday night, and then Monday night we're able to nail a few things, including did I have my nights mixed up? No, Monday night was we covered a lot, right? Didn't we cover? Or no, am I thinking of my members show? I guess it was Monday night was open mic. That's what it was, because it was Canucks After Dark early, then open mic. Then last night on my member show, we got a lot done. I showed my 3-minute segment from Hockey Fanatics on Crave. We talked about Jim Robson. We touched on the Tumbler Ridge tragedy. And then we talked about, of course, getting ready for, and then we did a open mic with some members. So I think we had 7 people on Monday night on open mic, and then another 7, some repeats last night. And if you were at the members live stream, we witnessed a very powerful moment with Jay at the end of the live stream. So that was powerful. Yes, 12 long years since Olympic hockey, right? Because there are no best on best in 2018, no best on best in 2022. The last time was 2014. By the way, those of you not that anyone has asked me outright, but if you're wondering, how come Clay hasn't worn a Team Canada jersey on any of his streams? You guys have heard me hint at it both at Canucks After Dark and last night on the member stream. No one wants. I have a nice 2014 jersey, but I don't know if it's a style or I bought a size that was too big for me, or I was way fatter at the time. But the neckline, the jersey fits fine, but the neckline is brutal. It goes like this low, like below where the microphone is on this thing. So if I wore that thing, you would see too much of my chest. And there might be a couple of you that want to see that, but I think the majority of you wouldn't want to see it. And I certainly wouldn't feel so comfortable. No, I'm talking about Olympic hockey. And originally I messed up. I think my description said best on best, but yes, I forgot about the World Cup, and I even forgot about the Four Nations. Well, I didn't forget about it, but I didn't consider it in my caption. So now it says, for the first time since the 2014 Winter Olympics, we will see Team Canada play with NHL players. Actually, even that description's wrong. You guys know what I mean. My point is, this is the first time we're seeing best on best at the Olympics. So how's that? Maybe not the most clear, but that was indeed what I meant to say. Going to get to some of your comments before your questions, and then I'll just kind of talk a little bit about what happened today at the Olympics. Go through a couple of line juggling, a bit of line juggling at Team Canada's practice today. Okay, what do we got here? Everyone's complimenting me on a nice haircut. Lever Trindon, yes, that would be a cool name actually. She sounds more like Lever Trindon. I like that. Pedersen was the second low minute guy. Actually, Philip Forsberg was the low minute guy. He only played 1 minute. I'll get to that in a second. He did. PD was okay. He wasn't great, but he wasn't brutal either. He definitely got more noticeable as the game went on. I didn't watch it, but I watched the highlight package, and I didn't even see him for the first half of the highlight package. But then he was all over the second half of the highlight package. So I guess that's a good thing. Coach Rob wants you all to know he's stuck in traffic streaming. All right, whatever that means. So does that mean Coach Rob is finishing off his stream? Awesome. Number 0 is my go-to. Talking about jersey number or Clippers. Yeah, 0. That's not even no guard even, right? Hello, Bobby Ray. Nice to see you. They're talking about 7:40 in the morning, right? 7:40. No, I am not going to watch Russell's live stream tomorrow morning because I'll be working. I'm not sure if you heard me, Bobby Ray, at the start. I have to be downtown at the Vancouver Convention Center by 7 a.m., and I'll be working for the entire day. I like the 5-2 score. That's the score that we won the 2002 gold medal with over the U.S. 5-2 sounds good. Justin changed his profile picture. Welcome, Coach Rob. Hope the stream went well. Russell starting half an hour early. That makes sense. Get everyone excited. Is 2026. Be a strong, confident man. You know what's funny? Yrvin, you maybe you'd appreciate this. At the New Edition concert that I was at a week and a half ago in Vegas, of the 6 New Edition guys, only Ralph Tresvant went shirtless. Like he was wearing his little suit jacket, of course, but underneath he was not wearing a shirt and a little bit of chest hair. And Gil and I weren't sure if we should applaud him for being bold or if we should be yelling at him to cover that up. Give Clay your like. Well, thank you. If you had to get a Team Canada jersey, which player would you get? Horvat. I get Horvat because he was my favorite player when he was here, and he hasn't done anything to wrong the Canucks. Made one comment that everyone freaked out about. I do like Crosby. From a Team Canada perspective, I'd get a McKinnon, probably over McDavid or Makar. No, keep your fan. No, I'm just kidding. No, it is definitely not a Borat banana hammock. Olympics does have history and prestige. Yes. Hey, Russell, nice to see you. Good luck tomorrow morning. Nice and early. I think I could be up at the same time. I just unfortunately can't be watching you. Or I could be, but I'll probably get distracted and then I'll screw up the audio visual for 1,500 teachers tomorrow. Hey, Raj. Thoughts on Kucherov saying it's not a real best of best? When did he say that? And obviously that's a comment about Team Russia, Russians not being allowed to play. I guess on one hand, he's right. Although the Russian team wouldn't be the best, he's one of the best players in the world. I don't know, the Russian team. I've seen like mock rosters. Obviously, they'd have the best goaltending in the tournament. Their defense, though, and their center depth isn't great. They'd have a lot of good wingers, though, including Kucherov. But when did he say this? And it sounds like a little bit bitter, but Kucherov never cared about what other people thought about what he said, anyways. Same categories: Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali, and Michael Phelps. Oh, if you're talking about Olympians, that's a good point. Yes. So Philip Forsberg got a minute, and OEL did not see the ice. Pavel Bury's dad won a silver in Olympic swimming. I forgot about that. Russia is rightfully banned, but the best isn't there without them. I agree. What NHL are on Czechia? We will get to that in a second. A few, about 8 or 9, but not the whole team for sure. 7-3 Canada, man. I did enjoy OT. We were hosting about 100 people at our Catholic Pastoral Center downtown. Throughout this Olympics, especially on a slower day where the Canada is not playing or not playing the next day, I will tell you some stories about 2010 because I have a lot of really, really good stories from 2010 because our workplace was at the corner of Robson and Canby. So we were there every night, opening up our Archdiocesan Pastoral Center as a hospitality center. So we're meeting people from around the world. I was going to see my Naturally 7 at the Bell Ice Cube. If anyone remembers that, they were performing every night. We had a medal tally, whiteboard that we walk around. And then we had a street hockey game in front of our building. It was a great 2.5 weeks, but I'll share more stories. And if you're really bored and if you can't stand not seeing me until Sunday night now, because with no shows until then, I have about 24 Olympic vlogs on my channel. Just go to the very oldest videos because that's basically when I started my channel, because I vlogged every single day during the 2010 Winter Olympics. So you'll see a much skinnier, same good looking Clay if you check out those videos. And shout out to anyone who's watched any of those 2010 Winter Olympic vlogs. Hronik and Kemp from the Canucks, yes. Hi, Carol. Because before that puck went in, I did not. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. 4-2 says Tyler, I presume for Canada. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you. My wife's favorite player was Horvat. Well, there we go. Celebrini Scherzi, that's not bad. No, changing your name will not affect your membership. 7:40 in the morning. 7:40 in the morning. There you go. It follows your account. You can change handles. Fillmore. Let's give some love to Fillmore Wax for using his monthly membership message. Was busy last week and this week due to the Super Bowl. I was there on Sunday, but was done before the game started. You were there on Sunday, but was done. What do you mean? You were working. You were working it. Got home for my birthday. Fillmore, happy belated birthday. When was your actual birthday? Was it on Sunday? Happy belated birthday to Fillmore Wax. And let's give some love to Fillmore Wax for being a member for 3 years now, 36 months. Am I concerned Canada has yet to win a gold medal yet in Olympics so far? Are you surprised? Denmark is leading medals. Am I concerned? Not yet, but we always do better as the Olympics go on. But yeah, it'd be nice to see a gold by our name, our country's name. And I am surprised that Denmark is leading for sure. Former 2010 volunteers rocking their teal jackets. Nice. The volunteer ones. Does Jim Robson get a statue? Well, the broadcast gondola is already named after him, so I don't know if they're going to do more for sure. You are not a crybaby, Jay. That was a very, very powerful moment last night in the members stream. And I appreciate you being so vulnerable. How was bowling? I was good yesterday, Tyler. I was sub for Jacob's team. I averaged 174, and I had a 215 game, a 198 game, a 152 or 158, and then a horrible 125 game. So 2 good games, 1 average game, and 1 really bad game. But I bowled well. Yeah, I think Dino's steady. That's all I can say. Mena's reached out to me a couple times, but Dino is doing okay. I'm saying that OTs are not enjoyable until the end. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, until the puck. Gotcha. I got you now. Cooking up a Canucks parody, but not sharing it publicly. Well, then why do you say it? That's awesome. Oh, two separate thoughts. That's awesome, fangirl. But then if you're not going to share it publicly, why do you even say it in the chat then? Because either you're trying to, I can't judge your motivation, but it's weird that not weird. It's unique that you tell us that you're doing it, but you're not. I guess that makes sense. If you want to let people know that you're doing it, but you're not going to share up the end result, that's fair then. That's fair. I take that back. Okay, let's talk about today's results. The first one was Slovakia surprising Finland, and Finland outshot them like heck, but Slovakia pulls off, I'd say, what you could call a minor upset in beating Finland 4-1. And that was, I'm just looking at the box score right now. Let's see, all sports, ice hockey. Here we go. Let me see. What does it say here? Let's show this here. We can kind of go through this together. Share screen. Yeah, weird, right? I'm used to the goal edge goal visualizer and everything, but really we can go to team stats. So Slovakia. So it's weird. They have saves and shots. I guess just in case you can't go like shots minus saves. Or no, that doesn't make sense. So joke's on me here. Shots on goal were 40. Oh no, it goes backwards. Sorry. I'm so stupid. So 40 shots on, this is so weird. 40 shots for Finland minus, then you go across the 39 saves equals a goal. I guess if there's empty netter, then there wouldn't be a save. But same thing, 25 shots on goal for Slovakia minus the 21 saves equals 4 goals for Slovakia. So the point is Finland outshoots Slovakia 40-25, but they lose 4-1. And then I guess if you want to look at the player stats for Slovakia, who did well here? Oh, Yuri Slafkovsky, the Montreal Canadian, 2 goals and an assist. So 3 points for him and a +2. Very, very impressive. And then Dalibor Dvorsky, who does he play for? He has a goal and assists. And those are the team. Did any guys have no ice time? Oh, I see a big 0 there, but he's a goalie. Yeah, I can't tell if these guys. I guess they were on the bench. Otherwise, why would they be listed, right? And then for Finland, Lankinen backed up Saros, who didn't get any. Yeah, it's weird. Like they don't put his saves or anything because these are player stats, I guess. And then only 1 goal for Finland, and it was scored by Eli Tolvanen, with Armia and Lehkonen getting the assist. Yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. No other Canucks aside from, or ex-Canucks. I don't think any ex-Canucks on here. No. So just Lankinen, who watches his team lose. So 4-1 Slovakia over Finland. And then the game that we're probably a little bit more interested in, the other Scandinavian country or another one, and that is, of course, Sweden versus Italy. Now, remember, the Olympics are in Italy, so when Italy scored first, it was pretty exciting. This is backwards, right? So I have to go all the way. Yeah, here. So Italy scores 4 minutes into the game, and the crowd goes nuts, and then Landeskog scores a little bit later. Yeah, it's not the easiest way to read this unless I go game roster, game summary. Doesn't matter. We don't care about that. We just want to know what the stats look like. So, here, this is a better way to see it. So Frigo for Italy scores, then Landeskog, then Forsling, then Bradley. So it was 2-2 at one point, and then Nylander, Zibanejad, and Hedman into the empty net. Sweden outshoots Italy 60-22. Yes, 6-0-22. And then let's look at some of the player stats. Italy, we don't have to because I don't know who any of the players are. For Sweden, Rasmus Dahlin, 3 assists. Gustav Forsling, a goal and assist. So the 2 defensemen doing really well. And then Zibanejad, Pedersen's line mate, also had a goal and an assist. You're asking about Petey. Well, he had no points, but he was a +2. He had 1 shot on goal, and 13-22 in ice time. So that whole line didn't get much, right? It's pretty equal. 13-22, 13-17 for Raquel, and 13-43. So they were used the least out of all. None of those guys got power play time. And then, but then Philip Forsberg here, where is he? Number 9. Where'd he go? Philip Forsberg, where is he? There. He got 1 shift, 1:07. And then we also had Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who dressed, but did. Actually, now that I look at this, yeah, I do know they even have guys that were healthy scratches listed here, because Lindholm didn't dress, and Johansson didn't dress, and they got zeros. Ekman-Larsson did dress, and he's got all zeros. So Ekman-Larsson doesn't play. And then Forsberg gets only 1 shift, 1:07. You're asking about Petey. I mentioned, his whole line got only 13 minutes. And he actually did a nice screen on Zibanejad's goal. He was right in front of the net. He did have that shorthanded breakaway where he tried his inside-out deke, and he got stuffed by the goaltender. And he had a couple other chances as well. But he certainly wasn't the most threatening, wasn't the most dangerous. So it'll be, interesting to see how he does as he progresses. Do you call Gustav Forsling a ex-Canuck, even though he never played for us? Well, he's so good. He's on the top pairing with Dahlin. Ekman-Larsson, obviously an ex-Canuck, didn't even touch the ice. And Elias Lindholm, another ex-Canuck, zeros across for him, and he played 15-12. So not a lot of production from Canucks or former Canucks in this game. Jacob Markstrom, another former Canuck, did not play. And I think that's it. So a lot of connections to the Canucks on Team Sweden. Naturally, shouldn't be a surprise for any of us. All right, let's get to more of your comments now. Send our blessings to Mena for Dino. I will absolutely do that for sure. Score predictions. I'm going to go 4-2 Canada. Why not? And I think that's realistic. I'm going 4-2 Canada. I can see the Canucks doing a video tribute, a moment of silence for Jim Robson just before the first home game. Yes, absolutely. Finland got goal lead for sure. Yes, plus last year on the 8th, I was there for the Canucks game. I invited Alfred, and that was fun. But the Super Bowl this year is something to be part of. So you worked it, and it was on your birthday. Well, happy belated Fillmore Wax. That is awesome. Next year's Super Bowl will be on Valentine's Day. In LA. That's right. Today, Petey went in a shorthand breakaway and then tried to go for the puck, but an Italian player held his head down like he was a little boy. Yeah, I saw that. After the goalie stuffed him by the post, he was digging at it for sure. Could we see Lankinen in next game? Yeah, oftentimes. Although I would have said yes if Finland won, actually. But the fact that Finland lost, oftentimes, though, you do go with your... Sometimes you can split the goaltenders in the first couple, but if Finland needs to win and they think Saros is the guy, then it'll be Saros. Because Lankinen hasn't been great. Hi, Clay and everyone. Let's pray and wish Dino a speedy recovery. Love it, Japan 4. Love it. 4-1 upset. So you're saying Czechia wins? Italian player pulled a Garland. What's that? What did he do? A karate kick? Great move by Petey. Even better save from the Italian, indeed. In what scenario does Team Canada play Team USA in the men's tournament? Well, they're not going to play in round robin play because they're in different pools, fangirl. And then there's many different scenarios because of the way that the pools, the top 4 teams across the 3 pools total will get a bye and the bottom 8 play. So there are many scenarios that they could play each other if one of them loses in the round robin. If neither team loses in the round robin, though, they probably won't meet until the final. Dostal and Net could have something to say about the result in the game. P.S. The game starts at 5 p.m. my time in France. Oh, you're in France. Bonjour, bonsoir. Oui, merci. Yeah, no, we can't. It's not a pure bracket, so we can't even predict it right now, actually. Yes, depends on the record. Yeah, but they're technically the third fewest because Raquel and Forsberg had less minutes than him, but it was their whole line, right? You can't just. This is one, and I'm not defending PD, but this one where objectively you can't. If you're talking about ice time, that whole line was within 30 seconds of each other. Yeah, basically, put it this way. 5 will play against 12, 6 plays against 11, 7 plays against 10, 8 plays against 9. Those 4 winners then play against 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how your quarterfinals are set. I watched the AHL All-Star game with Pacific winning, and Jason McNoll was MVP. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I thought so, because didn't he have the breakaway, and then he had a shot from the point too, right? I agree with you, Gerald. I agree. He had that long shot from the point. Yeah, I'm looking. The players are sorted by, yeah, not roster number. What are they sorted by? By looks? I don't know. Like, Coach Rob says 5-3 Canada. Canada needs to be careful and play well from the start. They have a tendency to start slow. Yeah, oh man, I'm so tempted to watch now when I'm at my conference, but I can't. There's a play-in after the round robin. No, the top 4 teams. So the 3 group leaders, and then the next best team by a bunch of tiebreakers or by points. Those are the top 4, and then the rest of them are ranked 5 through 12. Oh, holding his head down like what Garland did to McDavid. Oh, gotcha. On PD, the time player did that. Oh, you're talking about the Slovaks win over Finland was opposite. Yes. No problem, Fangirl. I did see Brian Berard's amazing goal during the skills competition. Top teams get a bracket bye? Yes. The top team of each of the 3 pools plus the next best team. So those 4 are then seeded 1 through 4, and they get a bye, while 5 through 12 whittle down to 4 more teams to make your 8. Could you low-key listen to the game? Yeah, I could low-key actually have the game on my phone, on my TELUS TV app, and put it there, but I can't afford to get distracted because I am the one. It's kind of cool. I think I mentioned this. It's kind of cool job. I'll be wearing a headset on comms with the cameraman and the audio guys and the ones doing the lyrics. It's for church, it's for mass. And I'm basically saying, okay, go to camera 1, camera 2, focus on this. Camera 1, get ready. Oh, because we're going to go there next. We need lyrics. We need visual. We need the altar mic. We need the lector mic. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but I'm directing the whole show. So yes, I've just convinced myself there's no way I can have the Team Canada game on. It's always a challenge being excited for Olympics that are overseas. It means the events start at times where you're usually at work and watch the Sunday game, the Friday game at noon. Yeah, at work or super early, right? Hopefully I'll be able to wake up like 7:15 in order to have enough time to wake up and be able to brush my retainer and be able to do some breakfast while the game starts. Awesome. 4 best records get a bye to the quarterfinals. The remaining 8 have to go to exactly. And then 4 best records, but it's technically the 3. I guess it'll work out because they'll be naturally the 4 best because they're winning the pool. But yes, the 3 pool winners plus the next best record. CBC Gem app works. Good. Take a sick day. I can't, Coach Rob. Not at this point. I was working today, and they all know that I'm not sick. Reminds me of the Simpson skit where Reverend Lovejoy is making a sermon with football game reactions. Yeah, and one day, maybe on a member stream, I'll talk about this funny Catholic skit that we do about a priest listening to the Super Bowl while hearing confessions. I am. Yeah, my actually title at work is associate director. I don't like how it's abbreviated as Aster, but that's okay. But yes, I am calling the show tomorrow. I used to do that at my church. That's awesome. The DCCOP, what does that stand for? Director Clay, something. Hey Clay, have you ever thought about buying the Canucks from the Aquaman and getting the team on the right track? I have about $40 I can spend on the team. So if that can buy me the team, I'll do it. Or maybe you come in as my co-investor. You do the whatever million they are, and I'll chip in my $40. Tyler will be working. It's for sure crazy on how seeding and that works. World Junior is better because it's straightforward, not confusing. Yeah, well, it's interesting because there's 12 teams, right? The LA Summer Olympics will be easier for us to watch. Yeah, same time zone. When Sweden won gold in 06, they tanked the game so they wouldn't play Canada. Did they change the format so teams can't tank? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they did. I can't remember what the format was, but they try and make it so you can't predetermine or know who you're going to be playing. Director Canuck Clay of the Parish, the DCCOP. Very good. Petition for Backstreet Boys to be a halftime show next year. Over 3,000. Well, 3,000 is not going to move the needle, but 30,000 might. That's cool. And cut. Yes, I like that song. I Go to Work. That was a good song for sure. For sure. Okay, let's go mid-show sponsor read. I'll get right back to your questions and comments. I thank my primary sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsors. The first one is Gassy Jack Art, creator of the wonderful artwork you see behind me in my studio. Check them out at GassyJackArt.com. We got Mulligan Golf Company at MLGNGolf.com. If you're a golfer, check out their collection of apparel and accessories. And Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay. Receive a free pair of socks or your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Reminder of my shows this week. There's no show on Thursday night because I'll be staying downtown with Gail because I have to be back at the convention center for 7 a.m. on Friday. So I'm not going to take my computer, not going to take nothing. So no show tomorrow night, as much as I want to talk about Team Canada, but I value my sleep too. Next show will be Sunday night at 11 p.m. But Legends and Hall of Fame, our one-on-one chats will be Sunday, a bit of Monday, Family Day, and then a couple nights next week. I will send you, Legend and Hall of Fame members, I will send out the sign-up sheet on Friday evening. Finally, ways that you can get involved. Subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership. Use your monthly membership message like Fillmore Wax. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. Still looking for our first donation of tonight's stream. All right, let's get back to your questions. Probably going to do 10 or 15 more minutes. And then I'm going to get ready for bed. In 2014, my priest at the time commented on the gold medal win for Team Canada. It must have been a sports fan. Oh, you mean like during church? That's cool. That's cool. Oh, surprised that Backstreet Boys haven't done it before? Yes. Larger than life, indeed. World Junior has 10 teams, 5 teams in each group. They couldn't have done 6x6. Or is that... No, you can't do a pools of 6 because then technically you have to play 5 round robin games. And then I guess you could go straight to quarter semis. But that's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. Yes and no, Irvin. I had the name of the Olympic app. I had the game on the Olympic app with headphones in and out of light sleep. Wait, at church? Oh, no. That's different. The priest talked about it at church. Odd to do 3 groups. Sneaky. Which event Canada wins first gold? What are they favored in? I don't know where all our good athletes come from. Who are gold medal like chances? Because if it's hockey, that's like the very last event, right? That ends on the Sunday. So I don't know what else we are good at. I do not know who Gangstar is. When is your prediction for Team Canada, in your opinion? I predicted 4-2. They beat Czechia tomorrow. It would just be one extra group stage game, which isn't bad because the W doing a 9-day period. Gotcha. Yeah, are we good at figure skating? I don't even know. Oh, by the way, I was going to show you the lines. That's what I was going to do. Let's do that. So the Team Canada, I almost called the Canucks. The Team Canada had a tweak today. So the first line was still the same, McDavid, Wilson, and Celebrini. But then the second line was actually McKinnon, and then they moved Brandon Hagel up to that line. So I always love seeing the Tampa Bay Lightning with the Florida Panther with McKinnon. So Crosby, Martin, Stone was the same. Horvat and... Oh, no. Did they switch both guys? Yeah, I guess they switched centers, right? Wasn't Hagel and Reinhart with Horvat? and Suzuki and Marchand were with McKinnon. So they swapped centers basically. So Reinhardt and Hagar are playing with McKinnon, and Horvat and Suzuki, which I like that pairing with Marchand. That'll be interesting to see Horvat and Marchand on the same line. Taves and Makar, the same. Morrissey, Pareko, the same. Theodore replaces Doughty, so now it's Theodore and Sanheim. So that means your extras are still Sam Bennett, Seth Jarvis, Drew Doughty, and Thomas Harley, I guess, are your extras. And then Binnington and Thompson. So that means that Darcy Kemper is your extra defenseman. Sorry, extra goalie. Then we look at Czechia. And here's their lineup. And this one, actually, I should have done this no, it doesn't matter. We all know that all the Canadians are NHL players. But this will help us see who are NHL players. So their first line, great. Thomas Hertl between Pasternak and Natchez. That's could be a dangerous line. Hertl's good in front of the nets, and then Natchez and Pasternak so skilled. So that's gonna be a good line. Then David Kampf, our hero, with Andre Palat and Kasha. I used to say Case, but it's Kasha. Is Kasha not in the NHL right now? I guess not. So, and then three guys that I don't know on the third line, and then I don't know which Kubalik that is, but there's Faxa on the fourth line, Dallas Stars. So 6 of the 12 forwards are NHLers. Then 3 of the defensemen, Shimmick with our man, Philip Hronik, Gudis with Kempny, I almost said Kempner Canucks, and then Spacek with Ruta. And then the goaltenders, Dostal, he's good. Vladar, he's okay. And then Vejmelka is their extra goalie. And then we got all these guys whose names I can't pronounce. Zaka is injured reserve. So there we go. Exactly half their team will be NHLers tomorrow. So I don't know if that scares you, makes you excited, whatever it may be. Okay, let's go last 8 minutes, and I'll go through your questions. I pulled a Jeremy Swayman jersey in the mystery jersey drop. It's my 3rd Bruins jersey. Oh, wow. And how do you do that? Do you pay a certain amount or is it free, Justin? How does that jersey drop work? Very cool. If only Canada had a prime Luongo and Brodeur. Those were the days. Who's public skating? What happened? Still super excited about the top line. Can't wait to see them go. Gangstar is the duo, the late Guru, the MC, and the legend. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you. I think Wilson will rip it up tomorrow. I'm excited to see. And I must admit, I don't know about you guys, when I look at the ice, that it doesn't look any smaller to me. Like I can't see a noticeable difference. I didn't watch the games today, so I don't know if the color commentator said, or play-by-play broadcast teams said anything about the smaller ice surface. Full Clip is the greatest hits album ever. Okay, I'll have to take your word on it. Is the women's Team Canada quarterfinal matchup set yet? I don't think so. Don't they have to finish their round robin yet? I don't know who Razmataz is. If Binner stumbles, who do you put in? Oh, Thompson. I'd put Thompson in. And Dom Lecision wrote a huge article on The Athletic talking about why it should be Thompson over Binner for game 1 even. Camp is the 2C. I guess Shimmick is not in the NHL right now, at least according to Puckpedia. Well, of course, Fangirl, you're talking about 3 of the best goaltenders to ever play for Canada. Of course it'd be better. Wasn't Tomaszek on the Oilers to start the year? Maybe. Gouda cheese. I'm not a fan of the new Olympic Canada jersey. I have to go look at it. How do you feel about the possibility of a shootout determining who makes gold medal game? Yeah, so every game up to the gold medal, isn't it 3-on-3 for 10 minutes and then a shootout? But then for the gold medal game, there's no shootout, which is good. But the bad thing, it is 3-on-3. It's not the best, but I guess it's fair for everyone. I don't like it. Four Nations jersey was gorgeous. Yes, I understand that was a Fanatics jersey, and Bauer makes the Olympic jersey. Makes you wonder if Bedard had made the team if celebrating McDavid Bedard on that first line. A little inexperienced, but yeah, that would be a very, very, very potent first line for sure. Gonna end the poll question right now, you guys. Let's see. 76% of you saying Canada wins in regulation. 14% of you saying Canada wins in extra time. 7% say they lose in regulation. and 3% say they lose in extra time. So we got a 90 to 10% split of Canada winning. Every month they tweet a post and you reply with your size and pay $85 with shipping. Then they ship you a mystery jersey. It could be anything blank, or even an autograph. Oh, truly is a mystery. 2010 was 4-4. I forgot about that. By the way, for the last 3 minutes, drop your score prediction for tomorrow's game and drop your Team Canada first goal score. Maybe Binner's starting to have another Brodeur lose situation. Maybe they ride Thompson later. Maybe. Or maybe they're just going to look for an excuse to pull Binner. The only issues I have with Team Canada jerseys is that some have gold piping highlights on them. Over pretentious. Not gonna lie, Bauer makes sick hoodies. I got the Team Canada one with the Canada maple leaf on the crest, and then the wrist have the Team Canada logo and Bauer logo. Okay. In a few months, Expo 86 turns 40. Did you? Yes, Fillmore. I did go to Expo 86. Still have pictures from my time there. I went quite a bit actually. Very good. Swervin Yrvin says 6-1 Canada. Who's your goal scorer? First goal scorer. Tyler says 5-2 Canada. Celebrini. I said 4-2. I'm going to go 4-2 and Mitch Marner. That's mine. 4-2 Marner. 3-2 Canada. Crosby scores first in a 5-2 win. 6-2 says Edmonton. 5-4 Canada says Fangirl. Crosby first goal. And Natty says 4-2 for us. Natty agrees with me. Love it, love it, love it. JC. Oh, Simon's saying hi to JC. Don't forget, 5-2 Canada. Celebrini. Yrvin has Reinhardt as the first goal scorer. All good choices. Do you think our former teammate will score tomorrow? How many goals do you think he will score for us? You're talking about Horvat? Maybe I'll give him 2 goals for the tourney. He is playing on the 4th line. Not a Nike fan in general, but love the international team jerseys. Kind of random and could be anything, but even the blank ones you can always resell to break even or make a bit. The more valuable autograph ones could be worth more. This month they're doing some Olympic ones and also selling Olympic player bucks. Very good. Yes, let's get that gold indeed. Okay, friends, I'm going to wrap up here. Going to do a couple things and then got to get to bed so I can be out of the house by 6:15, 6:20 tomorrow morning. Thank you for being here. Remember, my next show is not till Sunday night, but I may speak to some of you Legend Hall of Fame members during the day on Sunday. I'll send out that invite sign-up sheet on Friday. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovlander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Andrew Chang, and legendary Swervin Yrvin. Thank you for your support. And thanks to Hall of Fame franchise members as well. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On the way out, like the video, subscribe. You can leave a donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, our Mulligan Golf Company, and thanks to Fillmore Wax for using his monthly membership message tonight. Happy belated birthday. Leaderboard, Fangirl wins with 300. Gerald is second with 225. Simon and Swervin Yrvin tied with 150. And then a bunch of you tied with 75 points. Okay, friends, enjoy the game tomorrow, 7:40. I'll be trying to stay on top, keep tabs on the game without messing everything up for 1,500 teachers. I'll let you know how that goes. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking the time. And thanks for the compliments on my sweet haircut. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves. And take care of each other. By the way, I tried reading the dictionary in bed last night, but I did not finish it. Yes, I tried reading the whole dictionary in bed last night, but I didn't finish it. I got up to pee. God bless, and go Canucks go. Make that go, Canada go. Booyah.